Hola, ¿qué tal? Te saluda Janet del canal Simulador de Entrevista para Ciudadanía Americana. En esta ocasión te traigo una serie de simuladores dependiendo de niveles. Por ejemplo, en esta ocasión va a ser el simulador básico. O sea, una entrevista donde te voy a preguntar, te voy a hablar, te voy a platicar de una manera muy pausada, con mucha gesticulación y probablemente con señas eh, para quienes van empezando a estudiar o han comenzado su proceso de ciudadanía americana. Y así conforme vayamos avanzando es como voy a ir subiendo videos con un nivel de dificultad pues más avanzado, un simulador intermedio, un simulador avanzado, un simulador extremo, por así decir. Entonces, este simulador es para todas aquellas personas que tienen un inglés básico o nada de inglés y les va a ayudar bastante en el comienzo de su estudio o preparación para su entrevista. De antemano les doy una disculpa por no haber subido videos tan constantemente como antes. Me he dedicado de lleno a puros simuladores personalizados por videollamada con alumnos, en subir contenido en TikTok, en el podcast, en Instagram estoy siempre ahí. Aquí también contestando sus comentarios, pero estoy más de lleno en toda aquella parte. Aquí me encanta también YouTube, pero sinceramente no tenía el ánimo, por así decir, de grabar simuladores y contenido para el canal. Digamos que, ¿cómo lo puedo decir? Bueno, pues las cosas como son. A causa del fallecimiento de mi hermano, que ya ocurrió hace más de un año 4 meses exactamente. Entonces, hoy apenas ya me estoy sintiendo ya con el ánimo de retomar los simuladores para el canal de YouTube. Como les comenté en las otras redes sociales, ahí siempre va a haber contenido, ahí siempre estoy. Y por supuesto siempre estoy en vivo para todas las personas, todos los alumnos que agendan sus simuladores personales. ¿Ok? Entonces comenzamos con el simulador básico de esta primera serie. Hello, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you for asking. And how do you feel about your interview? I'm glad to hear that. And what is the reason you want to become an American citizen? Awesome, that's great. Okay, now could you explain to me how you are eligible to become an American citizen? Oh, perfect. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So, how did you get your green card, or who made a petition for you to get it? Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Could you tell me how's the weather outside? Oh, wow. Okay. And how did you get to this office? You drove your car, you took a taxi, an Uber, a Lyft, the train. Got it. Okay, perfect. Now tell me 3 things you did this morning before you came to your interview. Wow, sounds good. Okay, so I'm gonna start with your interview. I'm Officer Dawson. Nice to meet you. And I'm gonna ask you to raise your right hand because you're gonna swear under oath. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can rest your hand and have a seat. And may I see your green card, passport, and driver's license, please? Thank you very much. Excellent, everything looks good. Thank you. So I'm gonna start with the reading test. I'm gonna show you on the screen a sentence, and then you're going to read it for me, okay? Perfect. So there you go. What says right there? How many states does the US have? You passed that reading test, and now I'm gonna move on to writing test. So I'm gonna ask you to write down a sentence on that same tablet in front of you. Let me know when you're ready. The United States has 50 states. If you need me to repeat it one more time, just let me know, okay? The United States has 50 states. All done? Let me check. Okay, everything is correct. You passed the writing test. Now I'm gonna move on to the civic test. I'm gonna ask you 10 civics questions. If you answer correctly 6 of them, I'm gonna move on to your application form, okay? All right, so why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there are 50 states. Who vetoes bills? The president. When was the Constitution written? 1787. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. What does the Constitution do? Sets up the government. And what do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag. So you passed the civic test. And now I'm gonna move on to your application form like I said, okay? So what's your first name and last name? Okay. Did you use another names in the past? Okay, perfect. Would you like to legally change your name today? Okay, that's fine. What is your social security number? Okay. What's your date of birth? What is the date you became a lawful permanent resident? Okay. What's your country of birth? How many nationalities do you have? Okay, just making sure. What's your telephone number? And what do you do for a living? Interesting. Okay. What do you do in your job? Interesting. For how long have you been working there? Okay, please tell me your work telephone number. Thank you. Now, what's your email address? Okay. What is your current physical address? For how long have you been living there? Okay, and do you live by yourself or someone else lives with you? Your family, perfect. Okay, and what is your height, your weight, your eye color, and your hair color? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Excellent. Now, how many trips of 24 hours or longer have you taken outside the United States during the last 5 years? Okay. And where did you go? What was the reason of those trips? Okay. And when was the last time you went out of the country and when you came back to the US? Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now, what is your current marital status? Married. Okay. For how long have you been married? Mm-hmm. Okay. How many times have you been married? Just one time. Okay. Do you have biological children? Okay. How many? Okay. And are your children American citizens? Okay. How old are they? Okay. Excellent. Okay. And is your spouse an American citizen? Okay. All right. Let's see. I need to know your children's date of birth, please. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much. And I need to know if you ever claim to be a U.S. citizen. No. Okay. Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you have any nobility title in any foreign country? What is nobility? Privilege, social class. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever called yourself a non-US resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Tell me, what is a non-US resident? Correct. Someone who doesn't have the green card. Do you believe in communism? Perfect. Okay. Have you ever been a member of a rebel group, such as militia, guerrilla group, insurgent organization, or military unit? No, never. Good. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Never been in jail or prison? Good. Okay. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Good. Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Good. And what is gambling? To play for money. Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Okay. And do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Perfect. So what is the form of government of the United States? Democratic and Republican. Good. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is oath of allegiance? A promise to be loyal. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Excellent. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Okay, and what is non-combatant services? Fighting with no weapons. Good, okay, so that's all for you today. Congratulations, you passed your interview. Make sure to write down your signature on the tablet for me, please. And I'm gonna send to your address a letter. On that letter is going to say the date for your ceremony, so be ready for it, okay? Have a good day and take care. Bye-bye.